Hello and welcome back to Mario Galaxy.
Oh, is it space junk time?
Yep, well, continued space junk adventures. This time we're going after Tarantox, I believe.
Why is there so much space junk in this world
In
anyways?
space?
Yeah, but there doesn't seem to be anybody making junk. Who's making all this junk?
Olimar, apparently.
Olimar? Is that actually what the reason is here?
Well, remember we found a ship there,
Did we?
so he crashed
Oh.
and died, apparently.
Poor Olimar.
So yeah, feeding a hungry Luma, getting a secret star.
Man, I just love those big fat Lumas.
I don't, because they go and basically kill themselves, become inanimate Yoshi heads.
No, but it's their life's goal. They want that.
Still,
That's like the highest honor.
I don't care if they feel honored, I don't want them to be dead.
They're not dead. They're living their life as a Yoshi head.
Which isn't sentient.
Doesn't matter.
So, I'm not really sure what the deal is with this little place, but there's so many Goombas stacked together that your odds are going to jump on more than one before touching the ground. And it does, the sound gets higher pitch and numbers starts appearing. So it must mean something, but I haven't been able to land a combo long enough to actually find out what, if anything.
Is there not normally, like, those numbers don't pop up when you... Oh, yeah, they don't. Yeah, what am I talking about? When you land on Goombas, they don't normally pop up with numbers, so...
Well, the thing is, there's never really enough enemies all at once to know.
But when you land on a normal Goomba, it's not like it says one.
Well,
Oh, that didn't
it
either.
doesn't either. It's when you jump on two.
Oh.
But there aren't many situations where you can jump on two enemies at
Yeah,
once.
so maybe it does that always.
Yeah, but I think it's specifically something to do with here, but I don't know, maybe it makes a 1-up appear or something. It can't be another star, because there's not 122 stars in the game or anything, but... Yeah.
Yeah, 1-up or just a bunch of star bits or something.
Yeah, I doubt it'd be a bunch of stuff that'd be pretty lame, considering it's kind of hard to do with the
Well,
weird
1-up
angle.
is pretty lame too.
Yeah, but a 1-up is... We're meant to think it means something. Speaking of 1-ups, absolutely one of the worst things about recording these extra stars is that I knew I could only do it in one run. Because the moment I turn off the Wii, I lose all the 1-ups I got, and then I have to take on these hard missions with like 3 lives. Because that's always fun.
So you just had to game Mario Galaxy hard for hours and hours.
It didn't take as long as I expected, but still, like, it's a lot longer than I wanted to spend recording.
How long would you say this game is compared to Mario Sunshine or Mario 64?
Probably a lot shorter because it actually plays well. Seriously, you're gonna spend a whole bunch of time just getting Yoshi onto that boat in
Oh,
Sunshine.
that one isn't... I just gave up on that. I never bothered with that. I tried so many times and just, like, screw that. So hard.
Like, people complain that Mario Galaxy is too easy, but the thing is, it's only easy because it actually plays properly. You don't have to worry about Yoshi disintegrating because you touched a wave or something. You were sliding off the boat. Yeah, I do like Mario Sunshine, but I really don't like how people ignore the really big flaws, like the blue coins. Oh my god.
Oh, the blue coin, yeah. I don't know, I think still I like Mario Sunshine more than this game.
Really?
I think it's just
How?
because this game, for some reason, when I played it, just really frustrated me. I don't know why. Like, I love the game.
Oh,
I think it's
but
a
Mario
great game.
Sunshine didn't frustrate you?
It
You
frustrated
never
me,
even
but
beat Mario Sunshine.
I think when I played it, I was young enough that it's like I didn't even need to advance. I would just play the same level over and over, and I was happy.
I guess.
Whereas I played this when I was a little bit older, but not quite old enough that this was super easy.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing I can say. I'm not going to give out specifics yet, but this was a lot easier than it was when I was a kid. Well, kid, I guess. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It was, well, I guess 7 years, actually. Wow.
7 years?
7 years ago, 2007.
Wow. How old was I then? Interesting.
You were 12.
Or 13.
No, you're 12. You're not 20 yet.
Well, what time of the year did this come out?
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably November right now, I think about it, yeah. Yeah, purple coin spacewalk. It's just like that other place where you had to collect silver stars, but now there's purple coins everywhere. And there's some little tricksy areas where it looks like there's a path that's going to appear, but then it doesn't. So you can, if you're careless, you can just sort of jump off into nothing.
That would be me, over and over. Just jumping into nothing.
Like, that looks like it was like connecting to like a four-way path, but just the middle part never appears. And yeah, just be really careful because sometimes you'll head because you have to run towards the camera to get to the star. So you might think a path's going to
Yeah, you can't really
you're on the
see.
center one, but it's not actually the center one. You can't rotate the camera because that'd just make the game practical.
I thought you just said before it was practical. Well, playable.
No, Mario Galaxy is playable. The camera angles are always good. It's just the camera angles artificially have the difficulty. Like here, like if you could see what Mario is seeing, it'd be a lot easier. But
Yeah.
that's not challenging. But it's not like it's like, oh, we just took 30 of the stars and made you have to pay blue coins to get them.
I think what I liked about Mario Sunshine more than this is it had more kind of unique characters, maybe. Or
What?
I don't know. I guess this one has the Lumas and Rosalina.
Yeah, Luma's, Rosalina, the Toad Brigade.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, honestly, after we do this, I think I'm going to record... Well, actually, we should do Mario Galaxy after this, but at some point I'm going to record Mario Sunshine and see what you think of it after all these years.
Yeah,
of not playing it.
I haven't played it in probably at least 10 years, so I probably kind of have this like artificial opinion on it.
Yeah, it's easy to get stuck in that trap where you play a game when you're a kid and think it plays a lot better. Like,
Yeah.
I had that kind of experience with the Lego games. When I played it when I was younger, it was like, oh man,
I
it
know.
plays all my favorite Star Wars characters. But then I went back and actually played them. It's like, they're not bad, but they're really boring.
The Lego games?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Lego games.
The older ones, they're really boring.
I was just playing actually Lego Star Wars a couple months ago. The first one. No, the second one. I thought it was still pretty fun. I mean, I was kind of bored of it
not
because
the
I
complete
played it
saga?
so many times. No. The one on the GameCube. I was kind of tired of it because I remember the level so well because I played it so many times, but still I enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, it's not unenjoyable, it's just bland. Like, I'm glad they're trying to do more with the newer ones, but this is really not relevant to Mario in the slightest.
No.
This is just one of those incredibly easy timed missions, though, so there's not much to say about it.
You're missing all the coins.
Remember when coins actually meant... That's another thing with Mario Sunshine. Collect 100 coins just to get a star. I kind of don't like that there aren't that many coins in levels now, but them serving as health makes a lot more sense than grinding to find the right... Like, that's the thing. Like, in Mario Sunshine, you had to find the right mission that actually had 100 coins in it in the first place, because some of them didn't spawn enough coins to actually...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's easy to forget. And that's the thing. That's what happens when you're young and you just put up with these things, and then when you're older, you realize, wow, why do they even do that? Oh yeah, this could actually be a problem if you're trying to beat the timer. You can you end up in a loop where you keep bouncing off Toad's head, and then you can't get back down.
Did we just do this?
Yeah, but now we're getting silver stars. This is just the silver star mission, but with a time limit.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, if we can't find these silver stars in 2 minutes, then we're not gonna make it. I don't know, seems pretty
What
intense.
a time crunch.
It's really weird because all the other comp missions are decently challenging, but they're not. Nothing besides like maybe some of the purple coin missions are really that crazy. But then this is just like it's playing the game again normally. Like unless, well, again the battery strikes back. Unless you were playing it like really not that well. Like even when I was a kid, it was really easy. So yeah, like it's kind of really pointless.
Just add filler. Make the game seem twice as long.
Well, if that was the case, they'd make you do every mission again with a time limit. It's like, actually, I will give credit. I don't really like a lot about the newer Mario games, but what they've done instead of a time limit is they'll give you like 10 seconds on the clock and you have to collect time power-ups.
Oh.
So it's a lot more intense.
What games did they do that in?
Mario 3D Land and Mario 3D World, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's much better than this kind of time limit. Because even though you probably still have about the same amount of time, it feels a lot more intense because you constantly have like 10 seconds.
So are you gonna buy Captain Toad?
No, it's like $60. I don't even get how they think they can get away with that.
What if it was 30? Would you buy it?
Well, it's not really even my type. I don't really like puzzle games and such, so probably not. But I'd consider it at that point because, well, not even then. Like, if anyone but Nintendo was making this, it'd be $15 at most.
Yeah. And we know with Nintendo games, it's never going to be 15. Even 10 years after release,
it's a physical release though, so it actually will go down on price. You'll find it used.
Maybe
30 years from now.
Yeah, 30 years. They still, like we were looking the other day, still had like Mario Kart Mario Kart 7 and stuff for like full price almost at EV Games.
Mario Galaxy 2 just went down to $35 used at EV Games where we are.
Is it cheaper at least like in the States at GameStops and stuff? Or?
Actually, local @+ Pimp Joe was talking about this. Mario Galaxy 2 in the States, at least at GameStop, is still $60.
Really? So it's even more ridiculous over there?
Yeah, they have a lot different prices than us. Usually they get better deals than us, but sometimes they'll just randomly have something that's still more expensive.
Huh. Oh, junk robot.
Yep. This isn't the bad junk mission.
Oh, the bad one. Man. I remember that one.
That's good. Last time we talked about it, you didn't remember it, but now...
Oh no, I remember. I remember once having a sleepover at Brian's house just after this had come out and laying there for what felt like hours while he tried to do that same mission over and over. I was just praying, please beat it. I'm so tired of seeing this junk robot. And then he beat it and I was so happy.
So yeah, the trick with this one is just make sure that the bombs land near the yellow bits and you're fine. This one gives you plenty of time. The other one, not so much.
The other one is terrible. I need to see it again to relive it.
Well, it's not for a bit yet, but man. Ugh.
What is that in the background? Are you like right next to the sun?
That's a very dim sun.
Very dim, but it's very big and hot looking.
I think it's like a gas plant or something, probably. What do you think?
I'll go with gas.
Looks like super polluted Earth, really. Actually, since there hasn't been much to talk about yet, I guess, random bit of trivia, in Kirby 64, there's an ice planet you get to visit, and if you pay close attention, it's actually Earth.
Really?
Yeah, and there's like, basically, like there's remnants of civilization in the background, but everything's been frozen over. It's really dark.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, except planet of just ice and everyone's dead except the robots.
Planet of the Ice Climbers?
Maybe.
I don't remember that level. I remember playing that game, I think. Did they make like a modern remake of it for the DS?
No, which is really weird. You'd think they would have done something with Ice Climbers by now, because everyone knows them from Smash Bros.
They haven't done anything with them in like forever.
This is one of the mildly trickier purple coin missions. There's a much harder variation later on, but the thing with these is that if you miss one coin, then you're screwed. You lose. And it's automatically moving, so if you that's the thing, like, it's not that difficult of a pattern, but if you miss one and you can't make up for it, then yeah.
At least the platform's somewhat big.
The size of the platform is not the big deal here.
Well, if you miss it, you can kind of run back a little bit.
Yeah, but when your controls start getting reversed from going underneath it, that's the issue. That and also just, the angle is not the best for depth perception with this. It's easy to run past it by accident. But yeah, just like, this is the part where it's hard to actually line them up properly because your controls are reversed and then it's like a really flat angle. So I don't know. But again, this is not the hard one. What you've been noticing a trend, if anything, that this is the precursor to all the really hard, annoying missions that will come later in the game.
They let you kind of test it out, see what they're like. Actually, that's a good idea.
They lull you into a false... Well, yeah, that's like game design 101, is that you introduce them into a constantly controlled environment and then put them to the test later on.
Yeah.
But really, they just lull you into a false sense of security. It's like, oh yeah, blowing up garbage is pretty easy. Yeah, so that's probably the first mildly tricky purple coin thing. Still not that hard, but it gets worse.
Level 1 purple coin hunting?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Ooh, the big 8-0.
How many stars is it you need? I feel like you need more stars in the earlier 3D Mario games to actually get places. But don't you need 80 to get somewhere in Mario Sunshine? Because you only need 60 in this.
I can't remember. 80 sounds like a right number. 80 and then 100 is like the total.
No, it's 120, I believe.
120?
Yeah, that's how much it usually is. I think the only one that changed that was Mario 64 DS, where they added a bunch of new stars. Though, I mean, I'm way less familiar with Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I played the Mario 64, like the DS version of it a lot.
You did? Why?
Because I loved it.
But it's a 3D game with a D-pad.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty fun. It's actually probably one of my favorite Mario games, and probably one of my favorite DS games.
Have you played actual Mario 64?
I have. Not as much, but I have played it, yes.
It's with an analog stick, though, that makes it better by default. So yeah, Daredevil run of this boss fight that can barely even hurt you. All of the minions it summons are non-lethal. Only it can hurt you. And only when its spikes come out.
Well, those minis could bump you into the electricity, couldn't they?
Yeah.
So they could hurt you.
It's still not much of a threat. Now blasting through these stars, almost done with this dome. I guess there is a bit of a theme with this dome now, I think, but like, I always thought one of the problems with Mario Galaxy is that they have these separate worlds, but they don't really have any rhyme or reason to them. But I guess they have like Space Junk Galaxy and then like a battleship area right next to it, and they have like bombs and ships fighting each other and stuff like that. So I guess it makes sense there'd be Space Junk next to it.
What do you mean?
Like there's a whole bunch of big like battleships and stuff fighting each other.
Oh, I
and they
see.
get blown up, and then they have like a
They would make
the
junk.
garbage place game that's like blowing up the garbage and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay.
it makes sense. Like still, they're apparently a galaxy apart, so it's not like it makes that much sense. But it's more consistent theming than this place has an ice level, this one has a desert level, and this one has a fire and ice level.
Well, when you think just in the Milky Way galaxy, you go from one planet that's like a gas giant and just super hot, like death, and then you go to the next one, it's super cold and windy.
And then you go to the next one, it's made of toys and candy.
Exactly.
And you go to the next one, it's just a desert. Oh, we kind of just glossed over this, but we just found Luigi. Involved luring a bomb to blow up his cage, which is trickier than it sounds because there's lots of other cages that it likes to home in on. But yeah, with that we also retrieve a green star.
Is that our first Luigi star?
It's not a Luigi star, what are you talking about?
Well, Luigi star is green. Of course, Luigi has to have his own colored stars.
No, it's not a Luigi star. It's nothing to do with Luigi.
Oh,
Don't you remember where the green stars go towards?
No.
You don't?
No.
Ooh.
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 Ooh, that's awkward. Ooh.
No, it's not awkward. It's...
Embarrassing?
No, it's this cutscene. You rescued a green power star. These have special powers.
Ah, I don't remember that
Yes,
at all.
if you unlock all 3 green stars, you get to go to the Trial Galaxies. You remember the Trial Galaxies, don't you?
No.
Oh.
Ooh, that's awkward.
And Chapter 3, the Comet.
Oh, more storybook time.
Yeah, they found a nice blue comet.
Oh, doesn't look deadly at all.
Yeah, if it's glowing that much, I wouldn't land on it.
A giant glowing ball of death energy. Let's go near it. We have to get that comet. She's like a fly. Or a crow to like shiny things or something. She's standing on it?
Mm-hmm. It's made of ice.
Huh. Nope. The Luma's mom wasn't on this ice ball of death for some reason.
It's a very small ball of ice. I think you could have seen if the mum was there without landing on it.
Well, she wanted to play in the snow.
But it's full of star bits.
Oh, lucky them.
Finding star bits is his specialty. I mean, I don't know, Mario hasn't had that hard of a job finding star bits himself. But they're literally just falling everywhere. It's not that hard to...
You shake a bush, just hundreds fall out. You like go underneath a little pipe. I don't know. They're everywhere.
They literally fall from the sky.
Yeah. The ice was so warm.
Yeah, so I guess that's good.
Because she does need to drink, so...
Mhm.
I mean, it's probably been a few days since she even drank anything.
Yep. And we'll see where the rest of this goes next time. See you then.
Adios. Just goes into Mario and Luigi.